This is the 2024 GMC Acadia. It's available in a Denali, an AT4, as well as an Elevation. And today we're going to test drive the Denali, which we have here, as well as the AT4, which is the off-roadable version. There are a lot of changes for the 24 Acadia, and it sets new standards for premium SUVs. It has greater versatility, more sophisticated interior as well as exterior, advanced technology, more standard safety, and a luxurious cabin. The headlights are LED as well as the taillights on all trim levels. You'll also see the new GMC grille. It's inspired by a bridge, so everything is long and strong and structured. For 2024, the Acadia is longer, wider, and taller than its predecessors. It has a linear design theme that's inspired by bridge trusses, like I said, but the elevated exterior design language really is impressive. There are 3 different wheel sizes. There's 18-inch on the AT4, 20-inch on the Elevation, and this is a 22, which is on all Denalis. I really like the new designed wheels, as well as the all-season tires. There are a lot of changes for the Acadia. The one thing you're going to notice is the chrome trim that goes around the windows. It is black on the AT4, and on the Denali as well as the Elevation it's going to be chrome, and you can get a black trim package so you don't have to have the chrome if you don't want it. There's privacy glass for the second row as well as the third row, and now that there is a bigger third row, there is an actual window here rather than a pillar, so they've made some changes to that as well. You'll also notice the chrome roof rails that are on this vehicle. Again, on the AT4 it's going to be black. Coming around to the back of the Acadia Denali, you'll find this integrated third brake light and an upper wing. Wiper blade is here. I wish it was tucked up underneath. I constantly say that because General Motors is the one who came up with this idea, keeping it nice and clean across the back. Hopefully they'll listen to us and maybe make some changes in future generations. You'll see Denali across the back, letting everyone know you're driving the top of the line luxury. We'll take a look also at the AT4X. LED taillights, as well as the Acadia all-wheel drive. Now the Denali comes in all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive, and the AT4 only comes in all-wheel drive. In the Elevation, you have a choice as well. This, it says GMC here, nice and clean, but one thing they added as an inspiration from the Corvette is the dual quad exhaust pipes, which are chrome, and that is on our Denali. Really nice, clean vehicle. There's a lot of changes to the inside of this vehicle, and the AT4 is different, so we're going to show you both the interiors so that you know what you're going to buy. Under the hood of all trim levels of the Acadia are a new 2.5-liter turbocharged engine that delivers more power and more trailer towing capacity than the previous generation. It produces 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. That's backed by an 8-speed automatic transmission for all trim levels. Available all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive on the Elevation and the Denali. The AT4 offers an exclusive off-road capable Active Torque Control, that's all-wheel drive system that is designed for light off-roading. Maximum trailer towing capacity is 5,000 pounds. If you don't use the trailer towing package on the other 2 trim levels, it is 1,500 pounds. We're here in South Carolina driving the brand new GMC Acadia. So we're going to start with the Denali. We're also going to drive the AT4. The Elevation is the other trim, which is the entry-level trim. This is the luxury level. So I want to start with this vehicle because this is what they're going to sell a lot of. It is larger, it is longer, it is bigger, it is wider, like I said on the walk around. But I want to give you a feel for how different this car is than the previous generation. First thing you're going to notice right out of the box, beautiful 15-inch vertical screen. This main screen in the center is Google based, so there's no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You're going to use Google, you're going to use Alexa. All of this is really easy to use, and one of the nice things about this vehicle is it is all updated as far as technology and standard safety. Standard safety, 15 standard safety features. Super Cruise is one of the technology/safety features that's available on the Acadia. Now, one of the things I really love about Super Cruise is you've got over 750,000 miles of rural highway roads, all kinds of roads around the country. They're also mapping around the world. So if you buy this vehicle and you go into Mexico or you go into Canada, you'll be able to use Super Cruise on many of these roads. You can get Super Cruise standard on the Denali. It's also available on the other trim levels. There are a lot of other changes to the interior of this vehicle, including the 11-inch digital screen, which is right in front of you. It is customizable. You can adjust it how you want. It's a display information screen. Now, no longer is it called gauges. You'll also note that there is really nice stitching, soft materials all the way across the car. And one other thing that they told us about is they moved the airbag down lower so that you have a nice, clean, linear line across the inside of the car, much like that of the front of the car, like we described when we were talking about the grille. This gives you much better visibility, and that's really, really important. And speaking of visibility, the rear camera is also in the rearview mirror. And this is something that General Motors developed, really, really nice. And it's one of those features that once you get used to it, you'll really love it. As we drive through all these beautiful palmettos here in South Carolina, we're in Palmetto's Bluff. It is really a beautiful property, and I really wanted to drive some of the normal roads because this is what you're going to do with this car. Yes, you can use the AT4 to go off-road, and we're going to drive that in just a second so you can see the difference. You'll also find that in the interior of the Denali, there is a dark and a light interior, leather seating surfaces, which means the cushions in the center are leather. Also, beautiful diamond pattern Denali stitched into the headrest, reminding you you're driving a luxury vehicle that is really top of the line when it comes to the GMC Acadia. There are paddle shifters also available and different drive modes if you wish to use those drive modes, but honestly, driving it in the normal mode is more than you're going to need. If you want a sportier mode or an eco mode, those are available. There is a tow haul mode, there is a snow and ice mode, there is an off-road mode, a sport, normal, and then back to the towing. We're going to go back to the normal mode. This is more than enough. There's one engine across the full lineup, like we said when we were talking under the hood. The Acadia has more space for both the driver and passenger, as well as the second row, largest in the category, and even more cargo space. We'll talk about cargo in just a second. I want to give you a feel for what this vehicle is like. It's just a comfortable ride, very confident ride with good brakes. I'm not getting paid to say this. I really like this vehicle. There's a lot of competition in this category. So before you make a final decision and say, this is the vehicle for me, I'd like you to test drive all the competitors, and we'll cover that in the end as well as when we talk about pricing. We talked to one of the interior designers, and she tells us that this is real open pore wood. Materials are really stitched, and there is actual chrome details inside the Denali, which really makes this vehicle feel very rich and very warm inside. They did a really nice job redesigning this vehicle, and I think those customers that are buying a Denali, they know what they want. They want luxury, they want the ability to have a vehicle to tow if they want, and of course they want something they can use every single day. Now that we've got a feel for what the top of the line luxury is like, let's take a test drive in the AT4 and see how that's different. All right, we're in the AT4 and we're doing some light off-roading. Who's truly off-roading an AT4? Well, if you're going to a campsite, you may be hauling snowmobiles or four-wheelers, this is the kind of vehicle you're going to look for. If you're more of the on-road, then you definitely want to look at the Denali or the Elevation, but this vehicle was designed to have a different suspension, different tires, and of course, it's got the dual clutch differential in back. Lots of changes on the AT4. The AT4 offers an exclusive active torque control for its all-wheel drive system with a twin-clutch rear differential for optimum traction on off-road trails. Black window trim, and the front fascia is accented with the signature AT4 red tow hooks and integrated skid plates underneath. Selectable drive modes include the normal terrain modes, plus hill descent, and an off-road mode. The AT4 is available in forest storm interior with mahogany stitching and chrome metallic trim. When it comes to cargo space, there's nearly 80% more cargo space behind the third row than its predecessor, and more than 23% once the second row is folded compared to the previous generation. This is top of the class when it comes to cargo space, and under this cover is a spare tire. One feature that the Denali offers is folding second and third row by just pressing a button, making your life a lot easier, especially when you have your hands full. One of the features the Denali offers is present-based opening of the trunk. So instead of kicking your leg underneath, which we can all do like 1 foot trying to figure out where it is, it'll sense that you have the key fob with you. You have to be pretty close, about 1 foot away. It'll beep, the lights will flash, and the tailgate will open. If you walk away from that presence-based area, then it'll ignore it and move on and won't open the hatch. So this is really nice to have when you have your hands full. There are some pros and cons to the Acadia. I love the new design, the larger space, the new technology, tons of safety, and Super Cruise is fantastic. The 3-year 36,000-mile warranty is right in the sweet spot, although there are some of the competitors that have a longer warranty, and we'll get to that in just a second. On the negative side, the only thing that bothers me is I really wish there was Apple CarPlay. Other than that, if that doesn't bother you and you like the Google-based software and you want to use Alexa, this will be totally fine for you. I'm just an Apple user, as you can see. Now let's take a look at some of the competitors in this category, and it's quite a long list. The Buick Envision, the Chevrolet Blazer, Toyota Grand Highlander, Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, Ford Explorer, Honda Pilot, Mazda CX-90, Nissan Pathfinder, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The 2024 GMC Acadia comes in 3 trim levels. They come in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, except for the AT4, which only comes in all-wheel drive. Pricing for the Elevation starts at $43,995, the AT4, which is all-wheel drive, at $51,395, and the Denali, which we're driving here, my favorite of the 3, is $55,695. The price of the Acadia is right in the sweet spot with the other competition, so make sure to test drive this vehicle as well as the competitors and check with your insurance agent before you make your final decision. If you have any additional questions about the 2024 GMC Acadia, write them down below in the comments. I'll be more than happy to get involved in the conversation. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down below, or stay a second longer and we'll give you a way to save some money on your cell phone plan. The website, the book, and the podcast, as well as my social media, is down below in the description, as well as additional information. If you got value from this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-you savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.